This video, I'm going to explain you how you can use your intuition and how you can know that your intuition is right. And I will explain this because I'm very strong at this and I've clairvoyance since I was little. And I have a lot of experience in clairvoyance and intuition and in inner visions and all the guidance from within. And in that way, I actually got the biggest successes in my life through intuition. And intuition is actually always there. Intuition is always with you. And you have always a connection with intuition. But the point is that because of mind control and because of trauma and conditioning, you get cut off of your intuition. And you feel that you are stuck then in life. Because if you are cut out of intuition, you will never feel guided. And you will not feel any guidance to what you want and where you are standing and what is the right thing for you to do. And a lot of people are feeling that because if you have a job and the normal life, but are cut off of your intuition, you will forget what you actually want to do and what are your own choices to make. And this is actually all caused by trauma and conditioning. So your subconscious beliefs and your perceptions on the world and the manipulations from the outside world has brainwashed you into believing that it is real and that your thoughts are real and your emotions are real. And then your old patterns will feel more real and necessary than the intuition. And you can't feel intuition because you're too scared then to follow intuition. And how you can get to your intuition again is by deprogramming and letting go of everything that is not from you. So the mind control and conditioning, you have to let go of that and see through the illusion of the mind and through the illusion of all the manipulations that are taking place. And see through the illusion of the perception that you are projecting on the reality. And if you do that, and you can see through the lies and the manipulation, and you open yourself again for intuition, you will feel guidance again, and you know exactly what to do and what is the right path for you. And then, if you know that for certain that your intuition is there again, and your intuition is guiding you, you have more inner peace. And with this inner peace, you can follow your intuition without any problems. Because every problem that's between you and your intuition is mind control. And every problem that's between you and your intuition is just thought and a emotion, a pattern. Because if you're observing people that have problems, it's almost everything is mental. And intuition is there in every situation. There's not a situation that you can't have any intuition. That's a lie. Some people believe even that intuition is just a thing that comes sometimes to you, but that's also a lie. It is always there. Intuition is always there, but it's not for the ego to control intuition. So, what you can do is that you take every day a moment to create silence in your life and to let go of every belief that you have, every perception, and every assumption, and that you go into a meditation like 10 minutes in, no thinking, nothing, that you let everything go, and all your beliefs about what reality is and how life should be, and everything, just everything, let it go. And then focus on the connection with intuition and focus within and focus just on that without thinking about it. It is about just doing it. And what will happen then is that you can hear the voice of your intuition, or you get visions, or you get an inner knowing, a very strong inner knowing. And in that place, you can use your mind to ask a question, but you let go of the need to know or the direction or control that your intuition has to go. So your part is just to ask a question and that's it. And then you get your guidance from within. And it can also be just a feeling that you have a feeling of inner peace and a feeling that everything is actually all right. Or you just get a vision about what is actually happening in your life and what you need to do in your life. You can get all kinds of intuition. And when you are developing that, you can feel that connection with your intuition every day without meditation. Because meditation is just the thing that we do if we are too busy. But when you let go of all the inner programming and the conditionings and the traumas, and you can create that space within in everyday life, then you are able to follow your intuition in every moment more and more. And you're then able to just know what you have to do in a couple of seconds. And that's very normal because normally you know what to do in a couple seconds because of your mind. And that's a choice, but we also have the choice to follow intuition and know the guidance from that. And it can be in a way like you just know where to go, or you just feel that something isn't right for you, so you just don't do it. You don't need always an answer for that. You just don't do it then. Then you feel to do something else, or you get an inspiration, an idea for a project, and you are going to take time to build that project, or you go to a friend, or it can be all kinds of things. And sometimes it's a big thing, and sometimes it's a small thing. But if you are following your intuition and you let go of everything, then you will experience flow in your life, and actually everything that you are doing is working out. Then it feels almost magical because you don't have your mind involved, you're in a flow state, and in that flow state, you're creating things. And in that flow state, things just work out. But if you are always in the mind, things get stuck a lot of times. That's my experience. When I'm thinking a lot and doing things and let my mind involve too much from the point of that I want control, then things are not working out. But when I let go and I'm just doing, and I feel that there's space to do what I want to do, and that's my inner guidance, that's the right thing for me to do. Because if I don't feel that space, then I'm not going to do it because I just can't feel now it is the right thing or not. But if there is space, I can just create and I let it go, and then magical things happen. But it's not that you are creating because you need that magical things to happen. It's just self-expression, and life unfolds on its in itself in that way. And I have experienced this a lot of times with getting new houses, things like that, because that's almost impossible for some people to get a new house. And in my past, the last 10 years, I had different houses all through the Netherlands. And it was always in magical ways. It was never in a normal way. And I had very expensive houses sometimes. And it was always without or almost no money. It was always just in a creative way. And things like that can happen. And for the outside world, it looks magical, but it is just normal. You can live your life as you want if it is in line with your intuition, because your intuition is guiding you then, and that's what is creating. From that side, it is creating reality from the intuition side. And if you are following that, then you experience it. But if you're letting your mind involve, being involved, then you get an intuition and it will cut it off because it doesn't believe it or it is too scary. And if you have fear, fear is also killing your intuition. And fear is also based on on belief systems that are not true. It's all just a game, a mind game. So fear is also just a self-created illusion. If you have fear to do something, it's all in the mind. There's almost nothing really dangerous in life. There are just a couple of things that can be dangerous, but it's not a lot. And the most fears people have is just created by the mind. It's just built on belief systems and old patterns, and that's it. But if you don't have it, you have like real freedom. And the real freedom is within. And for me, real freedom is more you are able to do whatever you want, but in connection with your intuition. So that whatever you want is actually following intuition and not the mind, because the mind is not the you. And the mind is just a conditioned machine that if you're not conscious about it, you are creating a persona that's not you, but it is then just created by your past and everything around that past. So by following intuition, then you will experience that life can be very, very different. And when you let go of everything, then you can see actually through the illusion of life. And because you are then so relaxed, you can get visions and clairvoyance and all those things. And that inner knowing gets very strong. And you can see life as more as like a lucid dream almost. What my experience is that if you have fear and you are very stuck in the physical world, then everything looks very solid. And then I had times that I let everything go and everything became lucid. It seems like nothing was real. It feels like a dream world. But actually, my mind was then saying that that isn't good because I lose control if I'm going to do that. I have to control reality. But when I let go of that, then everything was going to work out for me. It's my real experience from my life that I let everything go. And my mind was saying that I was almost crazy to do that. But actually, everything was working out better than ever. That's something that I experienced, so I know it is real. And this, if something is your experience and you're going to experience what is intuition and what is it that it makes that things are going to work out and all those things, then it becomes a real experience and no one can tell you otherwise. If someone is going to say, if you do that, then everything will go wrong. I know it isn't going wrong because I've experienced it. And a lot of people just talk out of thoughts, but you have to experience things in life and to experience magical events. You have to let go of everything because if you don't let go of the mind and you believe everything that the mind is saying and all the belief systems and projections, that's not feeling magical. So you have to let go of that. And then you will experience what's meant for you to experience. I have seen so much with clairvoyance also that I get guidance from within and that everything was working out, but also that I got visions about the future and exactly that became true. I've experienced that. I've seen so many things from the astral world, and that was not something that I wanted to see always. But I've seen it, and I've seen what it does in the physical realm. So, how the astral world was actually influencing the physical realm. I've seen that. So many things that I've seen, but it all was working out in the physical world. So, it was not just a astral realm that I was seeing, and it wasn't doing nothing in the physical realm. Actually, everything that I was seeing was giving um, the real effects in the physical world. So in that way, also I can see that it is real because I have the experience that I've seen the astral world working and that it was influencing the physical world. That's all just a real experience. But if you stay stuck in belief systems and anxiety and all those things, those experiences are almost not possible to see. But sometimes it can happen that you are stuck in the mind and everything, and you get till intuition. So it is not an absolute truth that it is not possible. But in my experience, how more you let go, how more you can see. But that's just my experience. So that's what I wanted to share for this video.